Hi, Malcolm here. Welcome back to my studio. Now, I usually review painting equipment and materials, but this time I'm going to talk a bit about the technical aspect of making videos and courses. Well, one thing in particular that I have to have, and that is a good camera. Now, having a good camera is obviously essential to make video, but I also need something that's versatile, that can take good photographs. I can use it to make also quick videos for YouTube or more intensive courses as well. So a completely versatile package, and I've used in the past when I started making videos a camcorder which really didn't work so well for me, and then went on to a Canon 200D DSLR, and that worked really great because it had a 3.5mm jack, and I could use that to record sound simultaneously onto the video, and that saved me a lot of time. But that camera is now a little outdated. I still use it, and it's a great piece of kit. But something Canon brought out just the other day, and it's proving to be extremely popular, and so much so that I realized I had to do an upgrade, and so I got myself one of the new Canon 200Ds, or also known as the SL2. What an amazing little camera. But I'm going to tell you a bit more about it, why I find it particularly useful. And if you are an artist or a creator of some sort and are wanting to do videos, whether it's for your YouTube or daily vlogging, or to make courses and also taking good photographs, then I think the 200D is going to be the ideal camera for you. And provided you don't want to get into photography seriously as a business, a professional photographer, you might need a few more specs of the more high-end cameras. But the 200D is quite an exceptional step for Canon, because they've incorporated so many features that you will only find, or could only find, in much higher-end cameras. So let's have a look at the camera itself. As you can see, a small camera, sort of a DSLR that's gone on a diet, and we've now got this lovely, manageable and light camera. So that in itself is a big plus. Easy to carry, and for me, I find it not too small, and for a lady who's going to carry a camera around as well, it's not going to be a hassle either. Now, the camera kit lens comes with a 18 to 55mm STM lens, which is a pretty good lens, but I opted for the camera body alone because I wanted to get the 50mm prime lens, which is a fantastic lens, and that's perhaps a story for another video entirely. But whether you get it with the lens or not, the striking thing is the camera is actually extremely cost effective. You can get the camera, as you can see, on Amazon for under $600, and in South Africa for camera body alone for just under 6,000 Rand. So extremely affordable for what you get. So let's look at a few really great things about this camera. Besides its size and weight advantage, it's got a flip out and fully articulating screen, LCD screen. Holding it out to do vlogging, very simple. Putting it on a tripod and being able to see yourself and make sure you're getting into the shot, also a breeze. And another amazing thing is that it is a touch screen as well. And you know, you can flip it out at various angles. That is one of Canon's greatest little features right there. The other big plus for me is on the side here is a jack for a microphone, and you can plug in a mic there which you can fix onto the top of the camera, or a lavalier type mic that I'm using now that can plug in. So you record your sound, go straight onto the camera, and no trying to marry up sound in post-processing. It saves a lot of time. Another fantastic plus of this camera is the built-in features that it has. And as I mentioned, some of those features are only available on high-end cameras like the 80D, for instance, which are going to cost a considerable amount more than this camera. Number one, top of the list for me, and for someone who doesn't want to fuss over setting up the camera and just get straight to work, is the dual pixel autofocus. Now, in the past, you've had this system where you had to pre-focus your camera and know your mark, stay in that mark, manual focus, etc. If you use the autofocus function on the older DSLR cameras, you have that very annoying process of the camera constantly hunting for autofocus. If I was talking on the camera and just moving my hands like this, the autofocus would try to focus on my hands, or it'd get thrown out, so you'd have to sit still, and it was a real pain. With this new camera with the dual pixel, the autofocus is really quick, super quick. In fact, I haven't had to do any manual focusing on videos. Just leave it on autofocus, and the camera hasn't let me down once with any hunting for focus and moments of blurriness or trying to follow my hands instead of the face, that sort of thing. It is pin sharp. If you happen to be behind the camera and filming with the dual pixel system and with the touch screen, you can simply touch on the screen where you want the focus to be. So if you, for example, filming a group of people and you want to focus on one person, you can simply touch on the screen on that particular person, and the dual pixel autofocus is going to focus quickly and sharply on that person. And it's an amazing little system. The other great features it has is 24.2 megapixels. If you're ever going to use that in your photography, fantastic, it's there. The other great thing is it's got a Digic 7 processor or image processor, which gives you features that, as I mentioned, only high-end Canon cameras did in the past. So you're getting much better color, much better sharpness in your videos as well as your photos. Okay, so let's get to the crux for me, is being able to do good video. And this has amazing video. In fact, the camera is so easy to set up and get going that within 20 minutes of unboxing, I had it on my tripod and I recorded a video. Nice thing is that in the box it comes with a memory card, so just pop it in, charge up the battery, and you're ready to go. Full 1080p up to 60 frames per second. Very, very sharp and excellent video quality. And like I mentioned, with the autofocus, you can get away with autofocus with the dual pixel system and take fantastic video. So what are the cons? And these are minor inconveniences, but the first has the flip out lens finger area, little recess here where you can pop it open, and whereas the others had it on the side. Now, if you just push down and pop it out, I feel it's putting unnecessary pressure on the hinge pushing down. Just doesn't feel right for me. So you've got to make sure you use 2 fingers, your thumb perhaps underneath supporting the bottom of the screen and index finger at the top, and you pull them out, pull the screen out with 2 fingers, just so you're not using 1 finger and pushing down on this hinge. Little thing. The other thing, because the camera is so small, the camera jack or the microphone jack, when it's in, does get in the way of the lens, or I should say it does get in the way of the screen if you want to turn the screen. So you've got to articulate the screen. So you've got to articulate the screen back and then turn it and then move it back, because the little jack gets in the way on the side. So that's a minor quibble. The other thing is the memory card is at the bottom with the battery and not on the side. And that perhaps is a bit of a nuisance for me, because when it's on the tripod, I have to take it off the tripod, move the tripod attachment to get to the memory card. I'm always taking the memory card out to download photos or video, and I don't want to take the camera off the tripod if I can help it. But those are also space-saving features as well. And the plus, as I said, you're getting this little camera which is very easy to just carry around. It's unobtrusive. It's not intimidating when you're outside, maybe getting some reference photos or some video of a scene that you want to paint, things like that. It's great that it's so tiny. All the other essential features, from manual to automatic and shutter priority, whatever you prefer to use, it's easy there, just within reach as normal. The operating functions in the camera extremely well set out, especially if somebody is starting out for the first time. If you're venturing into videoing your painting or crafting or anything like that for the first time, the instructions on the camera itself with very clear images and icons is created to make it simple for a beginner. Even a child starting out is going to feel very comfortable learning on this camera. And I like it as well, because I don't want to have to be reminded of everything. The camera tells me what setting and the benefits of any particular setting. So in short, if you're getting into vlogging, getting into YouTube videos, getting into making courses, wanting to record your process in the studio or outdoors, possibly the best and most popular camera for that in 2018 is going to be the Canon 200D. And it's not just me saying that. Already it is extremely popular. So you won't go wrong with getting one of these. So I hope that helps. And if you enjoyed the video and you'd like to get more information about the technical side of setting up your studio to make videos and courses, then let me know. And also subscribe to my channel, and you'll get informed of the next video as well. Okay? Cheers for now.